Welcome to the party. It's May 22nd, Friday. Woo! Going into a 3-day weekend. Give me some of that. All right, what's up, everybody? This is Simply Cyber's Daily Cyber Threat Brief Podcast. I'm your host, back in the saddle, Dr. Gerald Auger, coming to you live from the Buffer Auger Flow studio. Thanks for being here. You're about to get the hot, piping fresh top cyber news stories shoveled high on a plate like a stack of flapjacks, and just open your gullet and get ready, because I'm going to be delivering the heat alongside the Simply Cyber community. Let me just get my situation sorted out. Let's go. All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the party. Shout out to James McQuiggan at 35,000 feet covering for me yesterday. If you guys want to know the deets on that, I'm happy to talk about it at the end of the show. But the good news is we are off and running on this beautiful Friday morning here in the Low Country. I hope it's great wherever you are. What a banger of a week, guys. You put in the work, you put in the effort, and now it's time to reap that harvest. We got a great show for you. We're going to go through 8 stories, the top stories of cybersecurity. And over each of those stories, I'm going to break it down, go beyond the headlines, give you insights, value that you will not get anywhere else, I promise you. And if it's a topic that I don't know, because spoiler alert, it doesn't matter if you work 1,000 years in cybersecurity, there are things that you will not know about. And guess what? We've got a community, people. We are legion. And if I don't know something, I guarantee you folks in chat are going to know. That is the power of community. That's the power of a network. And we deliver the goods, as it were, every single weekday morning. Now, you might be like, oh, Jerry, it's easy to run a podcast. You know what the stories are. Nope, I don't. Guess what?
Ain't nobody got time for that.
That's right. I don't know what's coming down the pike. I haven't even opened the stories yet. Coming in hot. I shared this in Discord with some people a little while ago. Let me know really quickly if you vibe with me on this one, guys. I got up wicked early this morning, 4:30 a.m., in order to take my son to the school, because it's like a field trip that's like hours away. So they had to get on the bus wicked early. Come back to my house. It's 5:30. Normally I wake up at 6:30. So I lay down for an hour. I wake up an hour later and I'm exhausted. Like I'm the crypt keeper from, oh my God, that show back in the 90s. I can't even remember it, but like the crypt keeper, okay? Just like, right? So I had to do an emergency infusion of coffee. I think it's working. I'm feeling the vibes. I'm pegging out over here. So just, I don't know if anyone's ever done that. I got a full night's sleep. Then I lay down for an hour and I feel like I haven't slept in a month. All right. I got so distracted. Guys, what's up? Tales from the Crypt. Thank you, Low Pro. Exactly. See what I mean? Do you see what I mean, people, when I talk about community? I don't know the answer. Boom. Jared's got it. John's got it. Berg's got it. Marcus got it. Low Pro's got it. Everybody straight got it. Jenny Housley and Mod Chat's got it. Tales from the Crypt. And if you don't know, because you're young, here is what the Crypt Keeper looks like, just to give you perspective on how I feel, or how I felt when I woke up. This is the Crypt Keeper. This is a visual on how I felt when I woke up from this nap. All right, guys, now check it out. Besides the Crypt Keeper, if you're here for the first time, first of all, you're probably like, holy Jesus, what is this guy on? And can I get some of it? You know what I mean? So here's the deal. If you're here for the first time, welcome to the party, pal. Drop a hashtag first timer in chat. You are getting a representative example of what this show is. Believe that. Drop a hashtag first timer. We have a special sound effect, a special emote, and we love welcoming new people to the community. A lot of times communities can be intimidating because you see everybody, high-fiving and patting each other on the back, and you're like, oh, you're like the guy from the party in that meme picture where he's like in the corner, he's like, they don't even know. Dude, don't be that guy. Don't be that lady. Just say what's up. This community is wicked welcoming, super inclusive. And honestly, you're part of the community until you don't want to be, right? And by that, you can leave yourself, or you could start being toxic, and we'll go ahead and drop you off at the next port. Simple as that. Okay, first timers, check. Did you know? Oh my God, this guy with the hot takes. Every single episode of the Daily Cyber Threat Brief, including this one, Daniel Lowry, is worth half a CPE. What? Well, how is this possible? Well, it's because if you strip it all back and you look at it, actually, this is an instructor-led webinar. I am a qualified instructor with 20 years of experience and tons of education, and I can run a threat brief. No big deal. So every episode is worth half a CPE because 1 hour is 1 CPE. And we do this show for an hour. So you might be like, bro, I want 1 full CPE. Well, guess what, my man? We have a good time. We have fun. We joke around for half of the show. So in order to not get any pushback, we say half a CPE. So how can you take advantage of this amazing opportunity? Very simple. Nightbot, can you do an exclamation point? Oh, I see. Tommy did it. Thank you. Or Temmie. Thank you, Temmie. Go to cyberthreatbrief.simplycyber.io. Daniel Lowry, have you seen this yet? This thing is hotter than a stolen gun. Looks it. Half a CPE for attending today's brief. You slide down right here. You put in your name, like Daniel Lowry. Then you put in his email. I'm not going to put his real email. We're going to say daniel@example.com. And then you hit check. And then at the end of the month, I'm going to send you an email with a certificate, all the days you attended, how many CPEs you got. It looks wicked sweet. And yeah. And what I ask of you is nothing. Nothing. Like there's no cost associated with this. If you want it, come take it. This is what we do here at Simply Cyber. It's all about good times. All right. Every episode, in addition to being all about good times, is also sponsored, right? I don't ask anything of you. I ask things of the stream sponsors. I hope Steve McMichael, hold on one second. I just realized something. Flair wants me to talk about something else today, and I hope, let's see what happens. Okay. We'll do Flair last. Guys, Anti-Siphon Training is disrupting the traditional cybersecurity training industry by offering high-quality, offering high-quality training. Oh, speaking of training, guys, wait a minute. I got a hot one for you. By the way, this is why you should attend live, because these things get kind of out of control, wicked fast. Okay, so check this out. You're going to want to attend Cyber Career Hotline, which is at 9 a.m. Eastern time today. On Fridays, we do a panel. But today, Wade Wells, wading through logs, detection engineer extraordinaire, and the mustache will be joining the panel. And he's going to be we're going to raffle off a prize and talk about what the prize is. So it's going to be, stay tuned for that. If you were looking for a little sweetener to keep you around, right? You're like, oh, bump this guy. I'm going to hang up. Nope. We got prizes coming. Come on down. Prize single. But it's going to be all about good times. So anyways, Anti-Siphon Training disrupting the traditional cybersecurity training industry by offering high-quality, cutting-edge education to everyone, regardless of financial position. And this coming Wednesday, don't be shy. Guys, listen to me really quickly. If you have literally said this to yourself in the last month, I really should learn AI. Oh, I really should be doing something with AI. And I can tell you for a fact, I talked to one person earlier this week, and I showed her some stuff I was working on, and she literally said, oh, I've been meaning to do some AI. I've been meaning to learn these things, and I just haven't. Take this as the motivation. Take this as your first step. Guys, once you get momentum, it's all hunky-dory from there. Come learn threat hunting in the agentic age with Fan Rossau. What are you going to get? If threat hunting was always the most effective approach to improving security posture, it just couldn't scale. My guy, Fan Rossau, is going to walk you through how agentic AI removes the constraint that limited threat hunting's impact for over a decade and what that means for you to build, design, and hunt. So if you want to learn how to hunt, right? If you want to learn how to hunt in the agentic age, if you want a case study on how to set up something with AI, you've been looking for, like for me, I'm a big case study guy, so I needed like an example, which I work through a web app. This is it right here. This is free. This is 1 hour. Don't be shy. Get in here. I always tell people, just register, and then if you don't use it, fine. Like, anti-siphon training doesn't put you on a naughty list, okay? Oh my God, Daniel Lowry with the Mad Dog and the Monster Pour. All right, anti-siphon training, thank you so much. All right, here we go. Flare. Let's see what happens when we go to simplycyber.io/flare. Nope. Damn it. All right, hold on one second. I asked Steve to help, and I think it didn't work. All right, so check it out. Flare's cyber threat intelligence platform is awesome, and we talk about Flare all the time. But did you know Flare has Flare Academy where they do training that's amazing? And my guy, Double Shot, illicit network mapping using data pivots to develop illicit connections. Hello. Guys, DNS is the backbone of the internet. You know this. And if you don't know what DNS is, start there. It associates various pieces of information with domain name, the same domains which criminals around the globe use to conduct their business illegally. DNS is often used as a utility, but did you know, threat intel researchers, DNS can be a prime source of forensics artifacts? Come spend time. This is an absolute free session, guys. You're going to break down the technical components of DNS and show you how investigators can use it to pivot, to track, to trace, and disrupt criminal infrastructure. My guy, listen, if you're an OSINT person, Dennis Keefe, I'm looking at you. Dude, you can use this information to help with your OSINT investigations. If you're a digital forensics incident responder, differ, you can use this. If you're a SOC analyst, you can use this. If you're a student, you can use this. If you're me, you can use this. I'm going to sign up. I hope to God my schedule can align. You have to go. I don't even know if this link will be long enough or too short for chat. No, I can't even. Guys, I will share this with you. Frick. I need this link updated. So here's the deal. I just updated. Here, I'm going to drop this link in Discord. For those who aren't in Discord, !Discord, please. I'm going to just do this because I want you guys to click it because Flare keeps track of the clicks. But more importantly, I think that this is going to be a super valuable training, and it's free. Here, Flare training I discussed on Daily Cyber Threat Brief. Ooh, scary URL. Okay, cool. All right, so it's in the general over on Discord. Giddy up on that. I will get this link updated. I asked Steve McMichael and I are like working through. I migrated the Simply Cyber server the other day, and the way that redirects are set up, I don't control anymore, and I haven't been trained on it. Guys, anti-siphon. Finally, ThreatLocker, guys. ThreatLocker, the world's leading zero trust platform. Application deny by default. Yes, sir. I'll take 2. But on the endpoint only, what's that do for my cloud systems? Don't worry. ThreatLocker's got you covered on the cloud. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's hear from them, and then I'm going to melt your face with the top cyber news. Let's go. I want to give some love to the Daily Cyber Threat Brief sponsor, ThreatLocker. Do zero-day exploits and supply chain attacks keep you up at night? Well, worry no more. You can harden your security with ThreatLocker. Worldwide, companies like JetBlue trust ThreatLocker to secure their data and keep their business operations flying high. ThreatLocker takes a deny-by-default approach to cybersecurity and provides a full audit of every action allowed or blocked for risk management and compliance. Onboarding and operation is fully supported by their US-based Cyber Heroes support team. Get a free 30-day trial and learn more about how ThreatLocker can help prevent ransomware and ensure compliance. Visit threatlocker.com/dailycyber. All right, we're a little behind schedule. Sorry about that, everybody. Do me a favor, sit back, relax, cool sounds, hot news, melting your face. Let's go. Fashy!
From the CISO series, it's Cybersecurity Headlines.
These are the cybersecurity headlines for Friday, May 22nd, 2026. I'm Steve Prentice. Cisco issues 10.0 rated secure workload admin flaw warning. Cisco has announced the existence of a vulnerability with a CVSS score of 10.0, which can enable unauthenticated attackers to gain site admin privileges in its Cisco Secure Workload Cluster software in both SaaS and on-prem environments. This by sending crafted API requests to vulnerable systems. The CVE numbered vulnerability comes down to, quote, weak validation and authentication checks in internal REST API endpoints, end quote. This means attackers don't require credentials, user interaction, or any significant effort to exploit the bug. Cisco released patches for this critical vulnerability yesterday, Thursday.
All right, so Cisco enterprise grade product has a big old vulnerability. Now, a couple things about this. First and foremost, if you are running the secure workload product, you definitely should take action on this one. At minimum, investigate whether or not you're exposed, right? If you're at risk, it's possible that they didn't get into the nuance and details, but it's possible that you may have this product but not be vulnerable to it. Okay, so by the way, again, the value proposition here is I like to go beyond the headlines. Like you can get this news story in your inbox and be like, okay, like so, like what's the why listen to me rant for 10 minutes? All right, here's the deal. Sometimes, they're not going to go into it in the high level in the headline or subhead, but like maybe it required, like you have an older version that wasn't even vulnerable to this because you haven't been patching. Sometimes you don't have a certain component enabled that it leads to it, right? So this is like an internal API that does not really check where the request is coming from effectively and allows essentially a unauthenticated request to come in and get processed. Well, if you're not running that, whatever that API is, for example, you may not be vulnerable. So again, you want to make sure that you are at minimum if you're running this platform. Now, if you are vulnerable, of course, first thing you want to do is patch it. It does have a 10.0 CVSS score. Here at Simply Cyber, we've come around on CVSS scores not being the end all be all Bible value of vulnerabilities, but it is important to note this is a great lesson learned opportunity for all of us. When you see a 10.0, in every instance that I have ever seen, so going back, 45 years, a 10.0 means that it is not just the unauthenticated remote code execution, which is the worst, right? Unauthenticated remote code execution, but the 10.0 indicates that it's actively being exploited in the wild. So just as like a quick rule of thumb, something to keep in the back of your mind, if it's a 9.8, by the way, 10 is the highest value that this scoring system goes to. So 10's the worst, right? If you see 9.8, 9.8 means unauthenticated remote code execution typically, which is the worst, but it doesn't mean that it's actively being exploited yet. They bump up that extra 0.2 when it becomes actively exploited. So this right here, I guess just for me and my rule of thumb, like when I see something like say I run secure workload in my environment, right? Say like, whatever, we're a Cisco shop and we run secure workload. I get up in the morning and I have my coffee and I see this, I'm like, oh Jesus, not good. And then when I read through the story, I'm like, okay, RCE unauthentic. Oh crap, 10.0. So now when I see 10.0, now I immediately like elevate my urgency, right? So now I want to figure out what exactly is vulnerable, which versions, make the what's the remediation. Many instances it's patch it, but sometimes the patch isn't available and there's like workarounds, which are just temporary band-aids until the patch can be developed. And what are indicators of compromise? I'll fire off an email, in this case to the application owner for secure workloads. It could be the network admin, and say, hey guy, we got to get this sorted out. This is pretty bad. And then I go to the SOC. Again, I'm speaking from like a CISO perspective. I go to the SOC team, or the IR people or whatever, and I say, hey, listen, y'all, throw these IOCs in the SIM. We're vulnerable to this until further notice, and I want to make sure that we didn't get compromised in the interim. That's it. That's the work. Okay. I do want to say internal Rust APIs, you would think that they're safe because they're internal, but clearly there's some way to get in there. It does require a malformed packet. Network packets, we don't typically when I went to this website right here, I sent network packets right to the web server and pulled them back, right? So you can't really manipulate network packets using like Chrome browser or whatever. You have to go in like and use something like Burp Suite or Zap or roll your own and be able to like manipulate the actual packets before they're sent out on the wire. If you want a classic example, look up Ping of Death. Ping of Death is a denial of service attack from like the early 90s that no longer works because obviously we've put protections in, but I think it did work on Windows 95. Woo! Someone get in the Wayback Machine. Someone warm up the DeLorean. I'm going back to Windows 95. But Ping of Death required a malformed ping packet, and you could brick all the machines. So anyways, Cisco, thanks for letting us know. Everybody go patch your stuff.
Spammers abuse internal Microsoft Online account. A loophole in an internal Microsoft system has been allowing the distribution of spam emails from an email address typically used for sending legitimate account alerts.
Oh.
Scammers have been able to set up new Microsoft accounts as if they were new customers and use that access to send out emails purportedly from the tech giant itself. The emails are sent from MS Online Services Team at MicrosoftOnline.com, which is an email account that Microsoft uses to send important notifications to users, such as two-factor authentication codes and other critical alerts about their online account. When contacted by TechCrunch earlier this week, a Microsoft spokesperson acknowledged the inquiry, but did not comment or say if the company had stopped the abuse of this notification email. Google.
All right, I don't even fully understand how they're able to do this. This has been so on its surface. Let me break down a couple things. Number one, obviously, I always say obviously. I want to stop saying obviously because it's not obvious. That's why I'm explaining it. I need to start being held accountable. I don't want to say obviously anymore. Okay. First off, phishing is the number one attack vector. It has been for years. It works. It gets in people's inboxes. It's attacking my Aunt Dorothea and the Carls of the world. Okay. And it'll continue until further notice. Number two, there has been an increase in activity in abusing Microsoft specifically because threat actors have been able to set up a tenant and then, basically fire off emails that are essentially tenant to tenant. So they're internal to Azure, so they don't really go necessarily through external routing, which again doesn't make entirely a lot of sense because it should have to, but they've been doing this. But at the end of the day, what the threat actors are trying to do is the following things. One, they're trying to establish trust and authority, lowering the guard of the victim. And two, they will typically try to create some sense of urgency, either through a reward, like a candy, right? So tickets to the Masters, tickets to World Cup. Next person who chimes in gets, the boss's extra tickets to whatever that they can't go to. Or urgency through scariness. Oh, hey, like your account's about to be deleted. Hey, like, did you approve this? Did you authorize this $4,000 vacation package purchase on your credit card, whatever it is. All right. So everybody knows that those are the kind of the standard mechanisms. This right here is them leaning into the trust and authority because what they're able to do is send the email from MS Online Services Steam at MicrosoftOnline.com, which apparently is the same account that Microsoft uses for official communications. Now, I do want to point out something. We have been able to do this forever. You can spoof an email address. Spoofing means to put a fraudulent phone number, fraudulent email, fraudulent whatever in place so it appears to be legit. We've been able to do that for years. But in this instance, it's somehow coming from that email, which is not spoofing, it's legit. Which, why would we do this? Because the threat actors know that we have trained our end users. We've told Carl, hey, don't trust something from flimflang.ck or boozywatchit.in or whatever. But MicrosoftOnline.com's okay, Google.com's okay, etc. And it's not good, right? So this one, it says that you have a private message waiting for you. Verify your account email. So you're going to go in and give your creds up, maybe give up a session token, and then you're punched in the grill. Honestly, guys, this is a tough one. We can't really educate our end users. I feel like many of us in chat, Kimberly, Space Tacos. By the way, Space Tacos, I hope you get that promotion. I saw, James McQuiggan covered the show yesterday, but I did go back and watch it. And I saw that you announced that you're up for Auditor 2. And I wanted to make sure that I said, I hope you get it. Okay. This is a great example of why, yes, we have protection controls, but we need to do detection controls. Don't sleep on the detection phase of your cybersecurity framework, y'all. MFA, okay, multi-factor authentication, detection, conditional access, right? So if Carl falls for this email, which I'm not even going to hate on Carl for falling for this email, man. If Carl falls for it, threat actor gets password, but they don't get the MFA tokens. Threat actor is more sophisticated and they get creds and token. Well, then conditional access. They're not allowed to log in from Cambodia, right? So you got to have defense in depth. And honestly, make sure your end users are really comfortable and don't feel, the scarlet letter of calling help desk to admit a mistake. That's another thing, guys. Like when an end user, this is end user psychology, if you guys didn't know. And if you do know, then you're going to be like, preach. End users, like when they fall for something, they may not even realize that they fell for a fish here, right? But they're probably going to realize it because when they log in and don't have a private message waiting for them, they're going to be like, what the hell? You need to enable or normalize calling help desk and saying something fishy happened. A lot of end users will feel like they made a mistake and they don't. It's like I'm going to do this. It's not exactly fair to end users, but I'm going to analogize. I'm going to compare them to children. Okay. If you have kids and your kid's upstairs and they break the curtains, right? Or they accidentally throw a ball and it breaks a vase or a window or TV, or they stick a Lego in the electric socket, whatever it is, the kid knows that they screwed up. The kid isn't going to come downstairs and be like, hey, Dad, I just totally busted our TV. Woo! No, they're going to be like, oh, Jesus, like hide, put a blanket over it, move a box of toys in front of the outlet, make the problem disappear to basically delay the punishment that's associated with that action. We have to normalize it for end users that they're not going to be punished. They need to feel comfortable. They need to feel safe to report that something messed up happened, because they are almost always the first line of defense when it comes to stuff like this, because they are going to see it and be able to take immediate action. Yes, we we have detections that fire off, but if you've worked in a SOC for more than 15 seconds, it's not just like a bunch of people sitting around drinking coffee and then one alert fires off like it's a friggin' cartoon for Justice League and it's like, whoop, 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 whoop. Oh, we gotta react to this. No, it's like alert, 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 alert. It's like danger, Will Robinson. Okay, so the end user is going to key us off on that. So, this thing sucks. Microsoft's got to take care of it, but for the greater good here and the end users extraordinaire, normalize them telling you. This is why I do my awareness training in person, or I put my face in the emails, because I want them to see a human on the other end, not just some faceless infosec office that brings the hammer down on people. All right. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
Sees surge in Chrome vulnerability announcements. A comparison of Chrome security advisories published by Google shows quite an increase from 16 for the Chrome update released on April 15th to 21 for the update issued on April 28th, and then 100 in the advisory published on May 5th. More than 70 of these vulnerabilities patched were found internally by the tech company. Google has not clarified if the surge correlates to any use of AI, but they would be joining many other organizations, such as Mozilla, that have also reported surges in vulnerability discovery thanks to the use of internal or third-party tools, including Claude's Mythos.
All right. Not gonna lie, I didn't listen to most of that. I'm getting the panel. The panel stood up. Looks like we're gonna have a full panel today. Looks like we've got Wade and Kathy and James and Robert potentially. All right. So Google surge, Chrome vulns discovers likely driven by AI. Hello. I'm not even gonna spend a lot of time on this one. Oh, by the way, really quickly, we have the only thing that could interrupt the show. And James in mod chat, I appreciate you putting that. Grab a screenshot next time. It's if you can, it's helpful because I want to be able to see it. Listen, printer device. I hope that's your exact name. Printer. Yes. Yes. Printer device is back after a long time and got a job working in IT support desk. Hello.
I came in like a wrecking ball.
My man. Hell yeah. Dude, printer device just dropping the people's elbow on jobs. Nicely done, dude. Nicely done. Okay, Google surge in Chrome vulns discovers driven by AI. Guys, like I've already got my 2026 sticker built, so it's not going to happen, but I got to tell you, get ready for the AI vulnerability bug bounty vuln discovery apocalypse. We got to come up with a better name for it, but my guy, I'm telling you, I'm going to die on this hill. The last 20, 25 years, 30 years of software is riddled with vulnerabilities that humans didn't discover because they were complicated. AI says, hold my beers. At which point I Jesse, at which point I unzipped the backpack and just put the beer in the backpack. So this is no surprise, guys. Now more than ever. Oh, perfect. Thank you. Okay, so printer device has been busy IRL getting this work done and definitely a step on his way to get a job in cyber. Hell yeah, printer device. You're 100% right. That role will get you into, it's definitely a great stepping stone into cyber. Super pumped for you. And by the way, printer device, if I may be so bold as to offer some guidance, absolutely crush that job. Like, exceed expectations, crush it, and make people aware that you're on the path to cyber. The cyber people at that org, they're going to smell what you're cooking, and it could lead to a lateral movement at some point after you've put in your time. All right, 200 vulnerabilities patched, guys. Here's the deal. You got to patch it. You got to patch it. Oh, hey, it's Google Chrome. You got to patch it. It's Apple iOS. You got to patch it. It's Linux distro from 1994. You got to patch it. I'm telling you guys, like, get your umbrella because it's going to be raining vulnerabilities. And the outlook is not good. It's dark and stormy on the horizon. You picking up what I'm putting down? Let's keep going.
Police seize first VPN service used in cyber attacks. The takedown was the result of a joint international law enforcement operation led by French and Dutch authorities, and which was the result of an investigation that started in 2021. The forces seized dozens of first VPN servers located in 27 countries, arrested the administrator, and conducted a house search in Ukraine. The VPN service had been, quote, advertised on various cybercrime forums as a privacy-focused VPN that does not log user data and ignores law enforcement requests for user information, end quote.
All right. Hey, for those who are listening on audio only, because this show is rebroadcast on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, in case you prefer the old audio version, you won't be able to fully appreciate this, but this is a picture of looks like a dispatcher at a police office in Europe somewhere. I'm not going to lie. looking at this picture, I immediately thought she was like an F1 pit crew member. Doesn't this look like someone who's like on the new Cadillac team F1 pit crew? Like she's the one who does like the back right tire kind of thing. That's what that outfit looks like. Okay. Police coming in hot.
Regulators, mount up.
Yeah, you know what? F around and find out. I love that law enforcement isn't just going after the threat actors themselves, but going after the tertiary and adjacent cyber threat actor vendors, essentially, who are offering services that threat actors then weaponize in order to achieve their illicit crimes. First VPN. Oh, we're just a VPN service. We're not committing crime. Busted. No, you're enabling crime and probably well aware of it. Okay. So ransomware threat actors all on top of it. Law enforcement requests for user information was ignored. Not sure if you can do that. According to Europol, the name of the service came up in almost every major cybercrime investigation the agency supported. They have been shut down. Hell yeah. You know what? Good luck achieving your criminal goals, threat actors, when you don't have VPN service. What, they made a video? Way to go, dude. AI is, I love this. Dude, I love this. Bleeping Computer made a cartoon about this Europol takedown. Like, from the office of nobody asked for this, but I'm here for it. Way to go, Bleeping Computer. This is like Lawrence Abrams. Look at this. Bro, my kids would watch this. I could trick my kids into learning about cybercrime, not to execute it, but to educate them. Right? This isn't Flaming Donkeys. Like,
Oh, my favorite cartoon.
but anyways, all right. Let's see what they got. 33 servers took down the domain names. One VPNs, ComNet, org. Yes, yes, yes. Key infrastructure, whatever the hell that means. They're questioning Ukrainian suspects. Okay. I love how bullet lists, dude. I love how bullet lists, like, whoever wrote this article was like committed to doing 5 bullets. So, like, when they get near the bottom, like, it's like the very less juicy bullets, like identified and question a Ukrainian suspect. Like, okay. Notification issued to identified users on the platform. I think that just means the splash page, right? So this is what that means, okay? Like, whenever, by the way, whenever law enforcement takes down websites like this, they'll typically redirect the landing page because they own they got the domains and the infrastructure to one of these splash pages that basically scares the crap out of any legitimate criminal who's trying to use this service, right? My butt would pucker if I was like committing crime and I showed up for work and this was like on the front door of the building. I'd be like, I'm gonna go keep on walking down the street to Starbucks here, or what's the place in Canada that's like Starbucks or Dunkin' Donuts, like Tom Lavin's or Tom Landry's or Tom something? Hold on, coffee in Canada. What is that place called? Tom Hardy's. Tim Hortons. What a dork I am. By the way, quick shout out. I cannot stand the Montreal Canadiens, but they absolutely, that was a match last night.
Huge thanks to our sponsor, ThreatLocker. ThreatLocker is extending zero trust beyond endpoint control. With their recent release of Zero Trust Network Access and Zero Trust Cloud Access, access isn't based on credentials alone. It requires the right user, the right device, and the right conditions. Because as we have seen in recent large-scale CRM breaches, stolen credentials and misconfigurations can expose massive amounts of data. With ThreatLocker, nothing is exposed and access is limited to exactly what is needed. Learn more and start your free trial today at threatlocker.com/CISO.
I love that, like, all the Canadians in chat like outed themselves. Like, oh my god, this guy with the Tim Hortons. I love it. All right, hey, you know what? It's Friday. We're feeling ourselves. Let's do it. All right, guys, let's finish strong. We got a lot of programming still to go.
Chinese hackers target telcos with new Linux and Windows malware. 2 newly discovered applications, a Linux malware called Showboat and a Windows malware called JFM Backdoor, have been active since at least mid-2022 and are targeting organizations across the Asia-Pacific and parts of the Middle East. It has been attributed to the Calypso threat group, also tracked as Red Lamasu. The malware can upload or download files, hide its own process, and establish persistence via a new service. Researchers at Lumen's Black Lotus Labs conclude that the tooling is, quote, likely shared across multiple China-aligned threat groups, each targeting different regions and using the same malware ecosystem, end quote. Discord.
All right. Okay, so a bunch of things. Number one, okay, so 2 pieces of malware designed for espionage developed by China. Okay, so China does a lot. Like, come on, United States, China, Russia, Israel, like we're all like first world powers with like very advanced cyber capabilities. Okay, so this isn't xenophobia. I always say that, but China, they're like, if you're drafting a team, do you guys remember in old Nintendo hockey? And I know you youngs probably learned about this in history class, but there was a video game like in the early 90s called hockey or ice hockey. Okay, I'm pulling it up on stream right now. And essentially, you could do, when you got to build your little team, right? Let me see if I can show you this. You got to build your little team, and of course, the screenshot doesn't show it. You basically could get 3 guys. You could get a really thin guy, you could get a middle guy, and then you could get a big heavy guy. And the thin guy was wicked fast, but super brittle. Like if he got hit, he just bounced off the wall. The heavy guy was super slow, but you couldn't move him off his skates. Okay. Okay, Code Brew. We're not, Blades of Steel was good, but come on. All right. So when you're building your team, you might be like, why are we talking about ice hockey, Jerry? Because China is like associated with espionage. If you're drafting a team and like you want like strength, you would draft the big heavy guys in ice hockey. If your goal is espionage, you go for China. You want disinformation, you get Russia, right? So to see like espionage totally makes sense. Now they're constantly developing their tech. The point about this one is they have these 2 pieces of malware. One's called Showboat, which was clearly not named by them. And the other one is whatever, JFK backdoor or something like that. Here's the deal. First and foremost, yes, they're advanced pieces of malware. Yes, they can do, exfil. They can take C2 direction. They can hide on your endpoints and stuff. But the important thing to note here is your machine's already compromised, right? So when you see these stories, don't be like, oh my God, China's developed, the secret weapon, whatever they want. Like, dude, this means your machine's already pwned, and now they're putting advanced malware on it to do the things. All right. So why do I bring this up? Because as a card-carrying GRC mafia dork, if we stop the initial infection, if we educate our end users from not falling for phishes, if we don't let people plug in USB drives that they found in the parking lot that says nudes on it, then China's advanced malware can sit on their research stations and their developer endpoints because it's not getting in our environment. Okay. Now, I mean, if you want to get into the nuance, whatever. This isn't as hot as it could be. I mean, whatever. Okay, so let's look at this one. Okay, so first of all, I would like to point out that I assume that we're starting over here on the left. Listen, infograph 101. You're going to show me an attack kill chain infograph. Show me where I'm supposed to start. I think I'm supposed to start over here with this batch file. But this batch file, which is basically like a little script on a Windows box, executes and I guess the batch file executes as ftmc.exe executable. Okay, right away, guys, how is this 1.bat file on my endpoint? Someone brought it there. Microsoft Windows didn't come installed by default with 1.bat on my workstation. So this whole thing, I denounce you. story. I denounce you, infograph. Show me how initial infection happened, right? I don't want to talk about ThreatLocker would have stopped this. Thank you. Here's my thing. Like, yes, this is super cool. And yes, you are sexy, showboat malware. You've got it going on. Okay. You are going downtown on Friday night. You're looking hot. Okay.
That Hansel's so hot right now.
But my thing is, none of this happens if initial infection doesn't occur. So, like, cute story, bro. Like, I'm getting back to my Magic game over here. Okay, like, come at me when you got some initial infection situations. Of course, all the initial infection techniques are probably there, but we're not getting those, so I can't really help you help yourself. Looking at this really quickly, you could see here they're looking at in memory. By the way, you're not going to get this level of unless disassemblers have gotten much better. You're not going to get like this level of like clarity disassembling a binary. This looks like C, right? This is like C source code. So I don't know if they pulled C source code from somewhere or whatever. Anyways, in addition to all these things, it is using it looks like it's using, I don't know if you log pastebin at your firewall. I don't know why anybody would be going to pastebin. All right.
Discord adds end-to-end encryption to voice and video calls by default. Without any major announcement, Discord started using its Dave encryption protocol, that is DAVE, designed to support voice and video calls on PCs, phones, consoles, and browsers with minimal latency. This goes in stark contrast to Meta, which removed its end-to-end encryption from Instagram's direct messaging feature, as well as TikTok that confirmed, quote, it would not be adding end-to-end encryption to direct messages, end quote. Monday's change simply makes encryption the default for everyone, with the exception of its stage channels, which are designed for broadcast-style communication.
Okay. Can I get an Oprah? I'm going to do it myself, right? Because I'm also a community member. Oprah emotes, please. You get end-to-end encryption. You get end-to-end encryption. Listen. Apple to Apple's had it. Signal's got it. Discord now has it, I guess, for voice calls, video calls. Okay. Like, I appreciate this. Let's get some privacy in here. Aside from that idiot Air Force guy who was like 19 or whatever that somehow had access to classified information and dumped it in a Discord server in order to prove to his friends that he did actually have access to classified information. Besides that fool, I don't know anyone that's like doing sensitive business on Discord. Okay. Again, I'm not saying, oh, like you don't need privacy. What do you got to hide? Like, I'm all for it. Like, way to go, Discord. Like, thanks for, I feel like Discord's offering a service that no one was asking for. I don't know. I only can base it on my own experiences. Am I happy? Sure. Here's the thing. This is not going to introduce any burden to us. It's not like, okay, it's end-to-end encryption now, but voice chats only last 10 minutes and then the connection expires, or you have to download a PK, you have to download a secure certificate and install it on your workstation in order to have voice calls now. Like, no, there's zero impact to the end user and you get additional security. So I'm here for it. My only thing is like, why? Like, okay, let's go. Like, but I'm not running a business through, well, I guess I do send communications through Discord for Simply Cyber Business, but like, I don't know, sensitive stuff I'm not sending this way. So whatever, I'll take it. Everybody gets it. I love it, dude. Let's encrypt all the communications.
UK cybercrime law reform would protect almost no one, says experts.
Okay, thank you.
According to Recorded Future News, quote, the British government's plans to overhaul the country's main cybercrime law would offer such narrow legal protections that most security researchers would be left in the same position as today, end quote. As we reported last week, plans to amend the Computer Misuse Act of 1990 were announced in the King's Speech with the goal of modernizing cybersecurity law. The updated law was intended to, quote, protect researchers from conviction in court as long as they meet certain safeguards, end quote. But sources say those safeguards are extremely limited to cases where researchers are, quote, being prosecuted for scanning internet-facing systems, end quote. A link to the full breakdown of the proposed law is available in the show notes to this episode.
Okay. I mean, like, I'm not going to, normally I would just make fun of, these Brits, these limeys, these, whatever, gentlemen. I don't know. But like legislation, regulation, that can affect large groups of people, large populations. It's not easy, right? Like I know people just want to be like, oh, like whatever. Set the legal drinking age to 21. Done, right? Yeah, like something crude like that for sure. But when you're putting out regulation that can impact many people, you've got to give considerations to rural communities, people with disabilities, expats. Like there's like all sorts of like demographics. Like honestly, in reality, dude, whenever you're dealing with anything, whether it's UK privacy legislation or anything else, 80% of the population, whatever it is, it's going to fit like whatever you're thinking. But there's always another 20% that is got to be given consideration for it. Like this happens with like vulnerability management, right? Oh, patch the things. Sure, no problem. 80% of the workstations are simple, basic Windows machines. Fine. It's the other 20% that's like a specialized phlebotomist machine or a specialized, oil pump or something, or it's an old Windows XP machine that the patches aren't even going to work, or it's a Linux machine, right? It's a sales engineer who never connects back to the mothership because he's always flying next to James McQuiggan, right? It's the 20% where the work happens, okay? So anyways, all of that is to explain like why this may have happened, okay? This cybercrime law is very similar to the 1986 Computer Fraud and Abuse Act in the United States. I've said this on the channel before. The UK is trying to speed run the United States like cybercrime, industrial base, if you will. Like they've built a group that's like CISA. They're reviewing their laws and kind of updating them to be more effective in modern, 2026, where we have vulnerability disclosure and bug bounties and stuff like that. They're going to restrict statutory defense to cases researchers are being prosecuted for scanning internet-facing systems. Yeah, exactly. Dude, people in our industry use Shodan all the time. Go to Shodan.io. Shodan.io. Hold on, let me show you this. Shodan.io. If you don't know about Shodan.io, I'm super pumped that I got to introduce you to it. This is a tool used by many cyber professionals. Almost every single cyber professional ever in their career has used Shodan at one point for something, but many of us use it all the time. They even have a monitor capability you can stand up. Shodan scans the internet every day, right? That according to the UK is illegal, right? I don't want Shodan to get arrested for doing this. It's a service. So they're updating it. That's all there is to it. Let's end on a great story. Get ready. This one is, you want to talk about hot. Ooh.
That Hansel's so hot right now.
Move over, Flipper 0. Flipper 1 is in town. The Flipper 1 is an open Linux pocket computer from Flipper Devices, the makers of the infamous Flipper 0 multi-tool device.
Yeah.
It is essentially a tiny Linux computer designed for cybersecurity research, electronics experimentation, networking, and hardware tinkering. Whereas the Flipper 0 was built around a microcontroller, the Flipper 1 reportedly uses a much stronger Rock chip processor plus a secondary Raspberry Pi-style RP2040 chip for lower-level hardware handling, and will likely be of greatest interest to cybersecurity professionals who want a portable toolkit, as well as electronics hobbyists and Linux enthusiasts.
My guy, from the office of Take My Money comes the Flipper 1. I wish they didn't call it Flipper 1. I get why they're doing it because it's the same group that did this, but this isn't like an upgrade on Flipper Zero. This is a completely different animal. The Flipper Zero is like essentially like an all things wireless, NFC, RFID, Wi-Fi, 802.11, like all the things, infrared. They're all there. The Flipper One, this is more of a portable, not supercomputer, but like portable Linux machine. I'm going to get one. I have no need for it. This is how awesome this thing is. This is how hot this thing is. I have no need for this, and I literally can't wait to get one. I don't know, like, and by the way, it's so hot. Like, look at this, like this color scheme, black on orange. This is my, dude, I'm not even a huge fan of Halloween and as a holiday, and this thing is like, oh my God. How is it possible that it's a still image picture and this thing looks like it's moving 100 miles an hour? Jesus. I don't even have a hot take on this. Get out of my way. I'm first. I'll push a kid out of the way to get to the front of the line on this one. Hell yeah. Pocket Linux computer. Dude, by the way, can I just point out there is a massive, massive community. James, what are you up to, dude? James and Quicken just dropping in, jumping out, jumping out, jumping in, jumping in, jumping out. There's a huge hobbyist community around the Flipper Zero, and I guarantee you there's going to be one around the Flipper One. There are so many. It's open source. It's good times. I feel like the 90s had tons of this. We're getting back to our roots, people, and you youngs can actually vibe on a 90s thing. Super cool. Giddy up. I know, I'm just messing with you, James. All right, guys. We did it. We did the thing. Let's do this. I'm so excited. Oh, I'm so excited. Maybe I'll buy a couple Flipper Ones and raffle them off. I got to figure out when to do it. Maybe it's Simply CyberCon. Oh, yeah. Reason to come to Simply CyberCon number 600. Wait, hold on. Actually, you know what? The rare non-infographic, but hot saxophones. I'm just kidding. But really, I'm just going to end the show now. Me and this Flipper One got to go have a conversation. Guys, this is in Simply Cyber's Daily Cyber Threat Brief podcast. I hope you enjoyed the crap out of it. I certainly did. What a way to start my Friday, going into a long weekend. No episode on Monday. It is Memorial Day. We take a couple days off here in Simply Cyber Daily Cyber Threat Brief, and Memorial Day is one of those. Don't go anywhere because we got a hot panel full of cyber pros who are going to be bringing the heat to you on Cyber Career Hotline. Phone lines are open. Do me a favor. Get your questions ready. Hang out. Let's have some fun. I'm Jerry from Simply Cyber. Till next time, stay secure.
I'm Dr. Gerald Auger. This is the Cyber Career Hotline. If you're building a career in cybersecurity, this show is for you. Let's get into it.
All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Cyber Career Hotline. I am your host, Jerry Guy, coming hot off the heels from the Daily Cyber Threat Brief, hosted by that zero, Dr. Gerald Auger. By the way, I am super excited. I want to share my 2026 stick with you guys after I introduce the panel. Cyber Career Hotline is an AMA show. Ask me anything. You bring questions, we bring answers. I can't mentor one-on-one, but I can bring the heat with a panel on Fridays to answer all your questions. Here we go. We've got a full panel today. This is going to be a good one. Ladies and gentlemen, let me run down. First off, executive, hacker, tinker, magic player, good guy, Robert Wetstein. How you doing, Robert?
What's up, Jerry?
Love to see you. Let's get some more magic players in. He likes to run Cranko. He's got a mustache and he's a trainer. Ladies and gentlemen, detection engineer Wade Wells.
The mustache is always key. I'm glad that was up front and personal.
I love it. Of course, we know him from the jokes of the week, but he was the host yesterday, ladies and gentlemen. James Quicken at 35,000 feet. You are on mute, James.
James on mute is like it's a staple.
Threat Brief, now he has audio issues. I'm tainted. I've tainted him. And finally, while James gets sorted out, we've got a special guest on the Daily Cyber Threat Brief. You know her from Authentically Cyber. She's my friend and yours. Ladies and gentlemen, Kathy Chambers has joined the chat. Kathy, are you wearing a Simply Cyber shirt?
I am, of course.
Yeah.
Of course. Of
Love
course.
All
Happy
right.
crushing her first talk at B-sides also.
Oh, thank
yeah,
you. Thank you.
Crushing it.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. So we
Can I
got
say
a lot of-
something? I gotta say something real quick
Yeah.
because Wade Wells is on here. Hi, Wade.
Okay.
I've been messaging with Wade. So the talk real quick. I remember when Wade said that he was a keynote and then he had to like wait all weekend or all day or something, and that's like all you thought about.
That's it.
So my talk was at 10 a.m. and it was the first one. And then I immediately thought about you, Wade. I was like, oh man, it's the first one, so I won't have to do what Wade did and have to wait and just like let it ruin my whole day.
Yeah, that was my whole con was gone.
Yeah, it's the one you're wearing the shirt for because we keynoted that one together.
Yeah, is it yeah, it is this shirt. I think
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just threw this shirt on. It's really early here. If I disappear, it's because my son woke up. But
Well, okay, no problem. Wade, can you drop a link to the actual training? We're going to be raffling off something today.
Yeah.
Wade Wells has donated a prize to the chat, so I'm going to get that stood up right now. I'm just getting Nightbot logged in so I can do the giveaway thing. Do me a favor, everybody. If you want to enter the raffle, I know you don't even know what the prize is yet, but here, let me do this. Wait, hold on.
Dude, people love free stuff.
I know.
Like,
I
it
mean,
doesn't
yeah, I'm
matter.
all
They're
in.
gonna
I don't even
enter.
know what it is.
Yeah.
it's not something cheap either, right? It's
So in order
expensive
to
free
enter
stuff.
the prize, you need to enter the word Wade, W-A-D-E. Wade is the keyword to enter to win the prize, which we will be. Hold on, type Wade to enter prize, and we'll do it like before Wade leaves. If it's not, all right.
It's okay. If I'm I'm not too, I wouldn't be upset. I thought you were just gonna give it away during regular streams, and luckily I like rolled over in bed and I was like, oh no, Jerry's probably gonna get on and give it away today. And then I looked at my messages and saw you message me. I'm like, oh, I gotta get up.
I love it. All right, so the people are entering. I should have queued up a couple questions first before getting this torrent of Wade entries. Hey, first question for chat. I'm going to ask Kathy. Kathy, I've been a huge advocate of getting people to speak at conferences, speak professionally, because I think it adds massive value. Give us one inspiring thing to inspire others to give their first talk, and one lesson learned, if you would, from doing your first talk at B-Sides Tampa.
Inspiring thing. I know that we always we tell people that it will pay off. It will pay off. I saw those results like immediately. I had like 20 new connections immediately after the talk. And then I also had a lot of messages in my LinkedIn inbox, whether it was like thanking me for the talk or just introducing themselves. I got invited to speak somewhere else afterwards. And so I thought that was really cool. And so, yeah, it immediately pays off. So inspiration, motivation, I think that's it. One lesson I learned is, and this is like a technical thing, I did put bullet points for my notes, but I think I could have done a better job, made them a little clearer. But for my first time, it was okay. I will tell you that having the Simply Cyber community there, I thought that was going to make me nervous, but it actually calmed me. Yeah, it was actually like calming, and like having them there and being able to see them in the crowd was actually helpful. I thought it was going to make me nervous, but it didn't. It was awesome having them all there. There were like 10 at least staring back at me. So I was happy to have them.
Oh, that's so cool. Thank you, Simply Cyber community. That's phenomenal.
Thanks, guys.
I love it.
Yeah.
Just so everybody knows what you're playing for, if you want to enter the chat, enter Wade. Wade is giving away, this is a $575 prize. Jesus, Wade, you are a man who gives. Listen, Wade Wells is doing cyber threat intelligence. It's a 2-day training. This guy, Wade, how many years of experience do you have?
More than 10 now.
So
10,
more
10,
than a decade of experience learning from a senior professional on threat intelligence, detection engineer, Wade Wells. He's doing the Threat Hunting Summit. Again, it's a $575 value. If you want information on this, it's right here. We are going to raffle this off. If you want to enter, here. I just pinned it to the chat. So if you want to check it out, check it out. But if you want to enter, go ahead and put Wade in chat. Wade, you could tell your wife that chat was chanting your name today. And
Do you know, she actually watches a lot of the videos that I'm in to see if I mention her. And like
That's awesome.
she also, so my webcam recently broke. The one I'm using right now, like the screw broke, and she gave me a blank check to go get a new camera set up. So today I have like a Sony DSLR coming to hook up, but she'll enjoy it
as well. Question coming in for the chat. Robert, what are you doing for AI security at your job?
Oh God, so much. A lot of things people aren't thinking about are just your token cost, and ensuring that some very basic things like a new kind of DDoS attack is to just hit your chatbots with even more complex questions to burn through tokens. And we're starting to hear some companies getting hit by that. So I'm setting up very clear guide rails for where my AI can talk to, what it can do, and also token and cache limitations on a single thread. So like a single user can't overload my chatbot and kind of waste a bunch of money. And then role-based access controls, making sure that those are really tight and in place, and ensuring that there's no kind of public data or non-public data that's within your learning. Or if you're using something like ChatGPT, making sure that the data you give it is very restricted. And then we also built an AI complete policy framework and guidelines. I helped build that for my company. And yeah, that's about all we're doing. It's everywhere, and a lot of people are going all in on it. But I think my company specifically is being a little more strategic and not so like add AI to everything, which has been nice.
Yeah, I've heard some instances, and I don't know how, like, I run a small business, so I don't have the perspective on this, but I'm hearing a lot of organizations are getting kind of, basically Anthropic's enterprise licensing, which means, 3,000 people now have access to Claude. I'm not sure how they're possibly managing that burn rate with the tokens and stuff. Wait, do you have any visibility into that?
I have all the logs for that.
Yes, I figured you did.
I have all the visibility.
I have all the visibility. I have to make announcements based on the visibility I have. I have so much that visibility. We monitor everything, anything and everything with it, which is we actually have to reevaluate how we're pulling in some of the logs because there's that many logs coming in. We have different AI platforms for different things. So we have one just for like the everyday user. Then we have special AI tools just for developers that can use. And when I'm talking about this is more of like enterprise use, not baking it into our systems.
Yep.
Right. The detection response team that I'm on has actually utilized it heavily. Like we've adopted it so much so when I talk to other people about us adopting it, I'm a little scared of how cutting edge we are with it. A lot of the times we have everything completely customized to our environment. So we've built like AI profiles of everything we want it to do. And we have it like, it'll read a threat intel report. We have a threat intel report AI bot that our intel analyst runs, who then passes us ideas for detections, who then passes it to a detection bot. Detection bot will actually create detections, query, break it down, go further, send it to a testing bot that will run the attack. That will then, if it passes all these lines, will go into a PR, and then the detection engineers go and look at it and approve it later.
Wow. Okay. Well, there you go. That's one way to take it from 0 to 1,000. Wow.
Yeah.
I love that. Way to go, Wade.
It's pretty wild. I'm a firm believer. We dived in, and it's been fun. You know what? I was thinking about this last night talking to my dad. It feels like a cheat code in a video game. Yeah. It's like I typed in God mode or whatever, and now the video game's kind of boring, and I need to figure out something new to do. That's
yeah. I've been using AI quite a bit too, and it is crazy once you can kind of understand. At least in my perspective, the analogy that I like to use is like, I feel like when you're prompting it, like, oh, like explain what DKIM is or whatever, that's like in the back seat with an iPad. Like once you can kind of like get in the driver's seat of the car and start, or even I'm doing this analogy in real time. If you've ever seen rally car racing, there's the driver, but then there's the guy in the passenger seat with like the map. And he's like, D2R, right? Like, I feel
I
like when you're
love that.
AI, like you're the guy in the passenger seat screaming at the AI, and right? I mean, is that?
Yeah, no, that is that analogy is absolutely perfect. So I did a talk at a local meetup that I don't want to do online because it gets a little dark at the end. The first half of the talk is a Wild West or an anti-siphon talk I did about how to prepare for AI. The second half of the talk is me realizing what's going to happen after we get this really dialed in. And the way that I explain it to other people is recently I had a lot of problems with my dishwasher, right? I wanted AI to help me fix my dishwasher. So I made a custom agent just for home appliance repairs. Then I went and grabbed every single manual for all the appliances in my house and dropped them in the AI. Then I started describing to the AI what was going on with my dishwasher. And it actually told me like, hey, this is how you reset it. Go reset it, walk away, wait 10 minutes, and then come back. I did that. And then all of a sudden I hear my dishwasher. It works now. I was like, oh my God. You completely customizing the things to exactly what you want, right? Like making it a very limited scope is the way to go.
That is critical. The limiting the scope is where you get the best results. If you give it way too much data, it gets confused relatively quickly.
BZ Baby Zaddy has a super chat, so thank you for the super chat, Baby Zaddy. And it's a question for Wade. Wade, Baby Zaddy loves what you're saying, but where can they learn more? And what happens if they need it in an air-gapped environment?
Yeah, if you look at that the talk I just mentioned, it was at the SOC Summit for Anti-Siphon. That first half of the talk is pretty much what I've used to set things up. It's only like a 20-minute talk. It's just all the files and all the markdown and agent ways I've used to set up an AI within a blue team environment. The air gap environment, you'll have to run some type of local LLM, and everything would still work. You just have to run something local, I believe. I haven't run a lot of local stuff yet. I just haven't had the time to set it up.
All right. Hey, really quickly, if you'd like to enter the raffle that we're running right now, type in Wade in chat, WADE. Wade Wells, who's one of the panelists right now answering questions, is running a 2-day training, $575 value, no purchase necessary. Anyone can enter to win. It is on June 22nd and 23rd. And you can learn from Wade about cyber threat intel. I think I've taken this class, right?
You took the 1-day version of the class.
Yeah,
the
okay.
2-day is new.
Wade has doubled down. All you have to do is type in Wade in chat. It looks like currently we have 93 entries, 94 entries right now. So we'll draw that at 9:30 a.m. So just 12 minutes from now. But what we're doing is we're answering all your questions, helping you level up as a professional and absolutely be the boss, be a CEO of you. Here we go. Soap flavored. Hold on. Come on, man. Soap flavored. I've been seeing a lot of talk about location-based auth, and that makes organizations more secure. But as an end user, I love a VPN. Where do we fall on the spectrum? James O'Quigan, let's talk about your perspectives on, visibility, condition-based access, VPN usage.
Yeah. So, am I coming through? Because we weren't sure if the audio.
You're good, man.
You are
All right,
crystal.
here.
You are crystal, buddy.
Hello there. All right. Awesome. Cool. So VP, I love a good VPN as well. But if you're going to restrict it, we have the location auth set up because of the fact that we have so many, I won't say enemies, but we have so many people out there in the world that want to do harm to us here in this country, gain access into our organizations. And so when we have an organization that is not global, that is only based in the United States, we're only going to allow access from US-based IPs. And yes, the cyber criminals on the other side of the world can be coming in on a VPN and disguise themselves essentially. But for me, if you're going to, and I do this because I'm working for a university that is US based only. And when I was doing a lot of traveling on the other side of the world, I would have to let them know that, hey, I'm traveling. You're going to see my login coming in from Denmark or Europe or whatever. And so if you're going to do the location based authentication, it's usually a good idea to have some sort of process set up that if you're going to have your users go into other parts of the world, that you have that process to alert you or the folks in IT that, hey, I'm going to be in this location. And so that way they can be monitoring that. And when they see the weird connection coming in from Johannesburg, South Africa, they can verify if it's you or not. So that's kind of my perspective. It's a good thing that it's there. And it's just the outliers that we've got to work on the processes for.
All right. Thank you, James. Love it. Love it. Love it. And I personally, I mean, if you're an organization of any size where you're like being able to do conditional based off and have people look at the logs, chances are you have an enterprise VPN solution and your end users should be using that, and bar none the others. All right. Cyberlorian did a final round senior differ consultant. I've never heard of this. This is interesting. I mean, I've heard of this for like OSCP, but not for a job interview. They were given 24 hours to do a technical assessment, do a report, and then debrief it. Said it went well. That was on Tuesday, so follow up today or next week. Kathy, what's your take on you do an interview? Congratulations, by the way, Cyberlorian. That level of interview is obviously you're like at the final stage. What's your policy, Kathy, on follow-ups?
The interview, I always send a day of thank you note, like, thank you for your time today. And then I give it at least a week before any kind of follow-up. But 100% day of, thank them. If you have direct emails, that's better than, even if it's like 3 people you interviewed with, I would send it to each person personally, and even mention if there's something in your interview like, hey, I enjoyed talking to you today about X. Hope to hear from you again soon. That way it's not like a generic response, but it's like a real thank you, and that, thank you for taking time out of your day to sit with me. And then, definitely a week, but definitely send the thank you as soon as you can.
Yep. So Robert Wetstein, who is Bowtie security guy, right?
Hey, you got it.
Nailed it.
Yeah.
Robert, who's right here, is an executive at a Fortune 500 company. Robert, so you're on the other end of the table, right?
Yeah.
What's your read when you interview someone and they email you and kind of cover all the bases? Like they email you 15 minutes after the meeting, they email you a month later. Like
Sure.
What's the best?
Yeah, if you email me a week later, I've already forgotten. Same day is good. 15 minutes later, an hour later. It's so like I've literally interviewed hundreds of people. I've filled probably 20 or 30 roles in my career, maybe more. I've gotten 3 thank yous. Like it's very rare. So
Really?
when I get them, I get very excited.
Wow.
And I remember those people. Like I can tell you the last round of interviews. I could tell you that person's name who sent me a thank you. They didn't end up getting the job, but I remember them, and that is kind of key. Like if there's an opportunity, I would reach back out to that person because they were right in there in the 2nd and 3rd place. I would reach back out to them and say, hey, I'd like you to interview again.
There you go. Great.
You've only gotten 3 thank yous? I thought that was just like standard.
No, it is so uncommon.
I've never got a thank you, and I've done a lot of interviews. Yeah, I don't.
Wow.
Like
Is it weird? I'm like, I don't want you. I don't. Like, I don't think it would help you. Does that make
no?
sense?
It's not going to change my decision. But I do remember you.
I don't know if it would help you. I just feel like, I don't know, it's just being a good person.
Yeah, it definitely won't.
Call me crazy for being a good person. I just think it's like being a good person.
Sometimes you don't even have their email address though, too. So then you have to you'd have to figure it out.
Yeah, I mean, I guess what I'd like to point out is don't treat it. I know it feels transactional, but like invest in the long game, right? Like you're not saying thank you because you want it to manipulate them to give you the job. You're saying thank you because you appreciated the opportunity and all these things. Really quick, I do want to take a hot second and say happy birthday to Luke Canfield. Luke Canfield is in. Come on, there we go. Happy birthday, Luke.
Happy birthday, Luke.
Yeah, big fan of Luke Canfield. He's been with the community for years. Definitely love that. So thank you very much. Luke, enjoy your birthday. Hopefully you got something fun planned. Restream, like I feel like we're pushing the limits of Restream. You're supposed to be able to have 10 people in here. We have 4 plus me and 1 shared screen, and it's like stress
sluggish.
testing it.
Oh yeah, it kills my system too.
Yeah. All right. So we're continuing to answer questions. If you want to enter the raffle, type Wade in chat. Wade Wells, this guy right here, is doing a 2-day training and giving away a voucher to it. He's actually going to be giving 3 away over the course of the next couple weeks. So
Wow.
little spoiler for
they,
everybody.
Are they
Hey,
recording it,
Wade.
Wade? So if you miss part of the day or whatever, you'll be able to go back and watch it.
You will definitely. It will definitely be recorded via Zoom. I do not know if it's going to go into the on-demand library for Anti-Siphon. That's the.
Okay. But if you sign up and register and then miss part of it, do you know if they'll be able to still watch?
Yeah. You should be able to get it Zoom. Yeah, that's.
I think it's 6 months. I think you have access for 6 months. Oh, that's
Yeah.
how it used to be. I don't know if that's still how it is.
Kathy with the insider knowledge. Yeah, she's
Yes.
definitely right.
Yeah, and I just want everyone to know, like, yes, you can watch it on replay, but I've taken this training. It is great to do it in person because you can ask Wade to, clarify or qualifying questions. I think it was either Wade or Hayden. Like, I asked, and like I got like additional homework from you for like it's going beyond the ask.
Probably the course. I actually like. I wrote the course for a master's thesis, first of all. So everything in the course is cited. Like almost every slide has a link for you to go and learn more. And that's the way I wanted to make it. So like it's an entry level course, but if you want to deep dive it, like there is so much, there's probably like a month worth of, at a minimum, just reading inside of it. So
Citations are so hot right now.
yeah.
That pencil's so hot right now.
I love it. Okay. We're continuing to go here. Daniel Lowry wants to know, we'll go around the horn really quick. What's everyone's favorite go-to LLM? I like Anthropic. I think it's a Gen AI. It's comprehensive. It does all the things I want. Lightning round. Robert, go.
Yeah, Anthropic also. It gets the job done. I love how it tells me everything it's doing in very clear detail. That's my favorite part.
Wade, what's your answer?
Claude Code. I do command line.
There it is. Claude CL. I should have qualified. Claude Cowork is my thing, which basically is like a Mac. Not Mac, but like a bubblegum version of Claude Code.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Kathy?
Claude Cowork is mine also.
Yeah. Kathy,
I have slotted in my calendar to start the free Claude training on Monday. So I'm excited. So I can't really comment on that yet because I have not went through that. I want to do the training first. I am still stuck on ChatGPT because it has my entire life history. And I don't have to go back and retrain it. Yes, I know that you can download it and upload everything into the new LLM. I know all of that. I just haven't done that yet.
I love how Kathy already gives the rebuttal before anyone.
Yeah, I'm like, I know you're going to say, well, you know that you can do that. Yes, I am aware.
I have subscriptions to both. It's okay. And it's more because I'm too lazy to do that memory swap as well.
Yes, exactly. But I would love to report back on the training when I start working through it. Yeah.
I just dropped a link in chat to that training. It's anthropic.skilljar.com. I actually took it myself a couple weeks ago and enjoyed it. James, what's your go-to LLM?
Yeah, it's going to be Anthropic because I've got all kinds of projects of everything, all the different tasks I got going on. Gemini is my go-to for just anything general outside of those projects, and also image generation, video generation as well. I do have ChatGPT. I haven't used it really in the last month, and I figured if I could go a month without using it, then it's time to get rid of it, and I'll export all my data and bring it into Claude.
Yeah, and just as a quick side note, Notebook LM is it's not great for Gen AI as far as I'm concerned, but you can dump, like Wade said, like user manuals. Like I like using Notebook LM. I do a lot of LinkedIn posts. You can dump like a crap ton of stuff in there and just say, make me an infographic, and it makes it all the time awesome infographics.
I've never even heard of that one. Notebook?
So good.
Notebook.
It's a Google.
It's like an app in your Google.
Okay. Oh, I'm gonna try that. I need that stuff.
Yep, you would love it, Kathy.
All right, hey,
All right.
it's 9:30. We are going to go long for those who can stay, but let's do this right now. I'm pretty excited about this. We're going to do the raffle first, and we're going to go around the horn to make sure everybody gets a chance. All right.
Wade, I was gonna tease you that you finally got it to a 2-day course. He's been he's had it at a 1-day course for like 2 years, so I'm excited that he got it together for 2 days.
Yeah. It's yeah.
And for anyone thinking about any job in technology, threat intelligence is a crucial part of every role. Like, so even if you're not going into an intel role, being able to do the things, understand the things, and do the research is critical for every job. I can't tell you. There's not a role I've had that I haven't used intelligence in.
Yeah, the class teaches you a lot about just like research as well. Like, yeah, of course, we talk about threat intelligence, but we talk about biases and getting multiple sources. A couple of the newer sections I have from the 1-day course are like how to use AI, of course. I had to throw that in there. There's an OSINT, a dark web. There's one more too that I can't remember. There's a lot. I added a lot of good actual labs in it too, which I'm having a lot of fun with when I created them, and should be cool. Oh, I added something in about like how to take notes, which was a request from somebody else as well. But I was told to make this a 2-day course for a very long time, and I kind of just dragged my feet until this most recent one. They're like, hey, you have to have it as a 2-day course if you want to teach it. And I'm like, all right, fine, I'll do it.
Nice. All right. Well, we're going to raffle off right now. One person in chat is going to win it. You do have to be present to claim it. We'll give that person, a couple minutes, and then if not, we'll redraw. So, ladies and gentlemen, you get to see behind the. I'm very transparent here at Simply Cyber. So,
do you have a drum roll sound effect?
Can you do one? Here we go. Winner, chicken dinner. The winner of the Wade Wells 2-day threat intelligence training is Hot Plate GRC. Yay! Nice job, Hot Plate GRC. Shout out in chat that you're here, and then we'll connect on Discord, and I'll get you your prize. Thank you, Wade. Hey, really quick, just because it is 9:30 and people will have to start flaking out, I want to take a quick opportunity to just kind of promote a couple things. Kathy, you've got some stuff coming up, right?
Yeah, I got lots of stuff coming up, so I'll be fast.
Here, where we at?
This coming Tuesday, Authentically Cyber with our good friend Daniel Lowry. It's actually a 2-part series. Part 1, we are talking about layoffs in the tech industry. I've been wanting to talk about it, but I needed to talk to somebody who's been through it. And did a little one-on-one coaching with Daniel during the podcast.
If you need another person, I'm happy to talk too. Good.
So that's this Tuesday, and the same day I am hosting a brand new monthly series with Agent Bounty. The first one is AI Fortune Tellers with Jack Scott, also one of our friends, and Mark Hinkle. So I'm really excited. That's a new series, talking to Wade and getting a group together for the next one in June. So I'll keep you posted on that. And then joining the Cyber Crooners. They are a young professional group out of Africa and have asked me to come on and talk about building your cyber brand. I'm going to be doing that next Saturday. So
I love it. So Kathy, this is a lot of cool content and cool projects. Is there like a ground zero that people can just like go to find this stuff, or what's the best way? Because this is 3 different things.
Right. Yeah. I just did like this massive LinkedIn post with all the links because they're 3 different people.
Okay.
3 different companies.
So go to Kathy Chambers on LinkedIn, basically.
Yeah, it's like the first. Yeah, it's the most recent post, and it has all the links in there.
All right, so Kathy Chambers, CHAMBERS, Kathy Chambers, the Kathy Chambers Media.
No,
and you can connect with her, and this is her right here. So go check that out. Robert, what do you got? What do you got cooking, bud?
Yeah, I've got a few podcasts coming up. Those will show up on my YouTube. Just Bowtie Security Guy, all one word. And then that's about it. I'll probably be talking at B-Sides Orlando, or I'll at least be there. So if you're there, I'll definitely say hi. And that's it. If you need a mentor, feel free to reach out. Happy to chat. And anyone struggling, feel free to reach out. I know it's a hard market right now.
It really is. Speaking of Orlando, James McQuiggan, what you got cooking, dude?
Well, getting ready for the weekend, that's for sure. But next week, next week I will be in Dallas. I'm going to Elevate IT for next Thursday. I'll be there all day for that event. And then the following week, I am at Osmosis Con at the first part of the week. And then the end of the week, I will be at Secret Con, which is in Minneapolis. Looking forward to seeing Steve Young there. We've already reached out, already been connecting. Looking forward to doing that. And then, so Osmosis Con, Secret Con, and Elevate IT. doing all kinds of present. Osmosis Con, I'm attending. I'm not presenting at it, but I will. I'm going to see our own Dennis Keefe there too. So I'm going to be out connecting with all the Simply Cyber members, kind of like being at B-Side Tampa last weekend. So yeah, thanks.
I love
Put
it.
James on the spot. Make him tell some dad jokes.
That's right. If you go to any of these
You
events,
don't have to put him on the spot. That is a natural part of James.
I love it. Wade, you obviously have this training coming out, but anything else you want people to know about while we're
I'm on the news. Well, BHS talking about
the
news
news.
every Monday, which is
The good
always a
news,
fun
not the
time.
bad news.
The bad, yeah. I haven't gotten that far yet. I also do Random But Memorable, which is the 1Password podcast, which maybe Jerry will be on an episode coming up here soon. We'll find out.
yeah, there's some high confidence in that bet.
Yep. I'll actually be in Nebraska the first week of June at Cyber Tatanka, I believe is how it's pronounced. And I'm teaching there. I'm teaching the 2-day course there. So if you're signed up for that or something like that, I'll see you then. Besides that, I did buy my DEF CON ticket. So I will be at DEF CON this year, which is a little bit rare for me. So
Wade, come out to the Simply Cyber meetup on Friday night.
I definitely will. You know
All right, cool. I love it. And yeah, how does one get on the Black Hills Talking News? I that's like eluded me. I feel
Just
like
ask.
Yeah, it's put a little bit behind a wall nowadays. You know the right people to talk to. I'll figure it out if you want to get on.
put in a good word for me. I can be on camera.
Okay.
All right. So hey, check it out. I want to share something with y'all. This is my 2026 sticker.
Nice.
That is so fun.
This
Shredder.
did you make this just now? Was
Nice.
this purely made because of me?
No, this was made over the last week, and I've been ideating Wade, and I wasn't gonna say Thrunter, but it is the game is Thrunter, and if you scan this QR code, it will take you to the game I made, Thrunter.
Oh my gosh, how
Oh
funny!
my god, I love this so
And
much.
There's a global leaderboard and everything, and there's Easter eggs hidden in it and stuff. So, anyways,
Oh my god, too funny.
yeah. So, anyways, come find me at cons, and I will be happy. I ordered these on Sticker Mule just yesterday. I got 200, and that's my 2026 sticker. So I'm very excited.
You need to get a T-shirt made like that, and we can give it to Wade, and he can wear it.
I refuse to wear that T-shirt or get the sticker. This sticker will not be anywhere near me.
I did not want
That's
to
hilarious.
It was originally going to be the Capper game, the one where you fill the beers and throw them. I couldn't vibe code that game very well, and for what it's worth, it was going to be threat actors coming down, and you were going to be whipping patches down the bar at them and stuff like that. So, but I went with this Defender type game. I was calling it Defender, thinking Blue Team Defender, but Atari owns that, and I just
Stay on the right side.
anything. No one owns Thrunter because no one wants it. But
Not yet. I'm gonna own it. And I'm gonna get rid of it. I'm like,
Jerry, you missed a good opportunity to call it Spy Thrunter, like the old Spy Hunter game with the driving game. But maybe that'll be the next version for you.
yeah, I love it. I big fan too of using the QR code. I had it on my 2025 sticker going to the hip hop playlist, and people seem to enjoy that. So, all right, let's get back to the questions if we can, everybody.
By the way, Jerry, shout out to all the Canadians and the Tim Horton fans out there. Tim Hortons every day in my coffee mug.
Look, I mean, you don't have to call out Jerry for calling out all of Canada.
Well, I know, but he did it on the show, so I couldn't resist.
It took me a while to even get the name right. I was like Tom. I think I called it like Tom Lavenders or something.
So when I lived in Columbus, Ohio, Tim Hortons was very popular. I worked an overnight shift, and I'd go through the drive-thru and pick up my Tim Hortons and head to work. Yeah.
When I go to Secure, West Virginia, and in Charleston, West Virginia, they have a Tim Hortons in the next town, so it's always a stop. We don't have any here in Florida, sadly. So
What's the deal with Tim? I mean, why? Is it
Dunkin' Donuts.
Starbucks of Canada? Everybody loves their Timmy's. They get their that's where they get their coffee. It's the place to go in Canada for coffee and donuts.
Okay. All right. Good to know. All right.
I got to get that sound effect. I got to get the Bob and Doug McKenzie sound effect put in here now.
Yeah. All right. Here we go. So if you have questions, it seems like it's much more of like a Simply Cyber community hangout and chat and less AMA. I guess
Somebody asked earlier about what kind of VPN tool do we like to use, and I think they said Mac, but I figure we could share our favorite VPN tool.
Yeah, go ahead. You go first, James.
All right. Well, Proton VPN is the one is my go-to. I like using it. It works on Mac, Windows, Linux, all of them. I have a Proton subscription, and so you get a lot more bells and whistles with it. But yeah, so Proton VPN for me.
I like Proton VPN also. In fact, I actually made a mistake. Hopefully they edited it out. On the podcast, I got interviewed by Wade. He asked me that question. I said I had a lifetime I had like a lifetime license to Proton. He's like, really? I didn't know they did that. I'm like, oh yeah, they did it at the holidays. And then immediately I looked into it, and they had like a deal. I bought 2 years, not lifetime. And I felt like such a poser. I'm like, oh my God. So, yeah, the Proton's great. Robert, who's your VPN of choice?
Proton also. They're one of the few companies that I trust not to sell my data.
Yep.
I love it. Wade, are you gonna make it a?
Should I say Astral? No, that's the North Korean VPN. I use Proton. I use Proton as well. I've used them for a while. I used Nord way back in the day.
I did too.
Before Proton
Nord
was
my
a thing.
go-to for a while. And
I'm gonna
Ghost
tell you.
VPN.
Yeah, as a cyber defender, I hate anyone who uses a VPN on their cell phone and connects to the corporate network because you break things for me, and I then have to investigate you. Don't buy Molvad and connect to the corporate network. All right, I'm just telling you right now.
Wow. All right. So what I'm actually hearing is if you want to F with Wade.
I mean, there's a couple things that'll set Wade off.
If you want your cell phone to be knocked off the corporate network, yeah, go ahead, connect via Molvad. Like,
Kathy, what's your VPN of choice?
I don't have a VPN of choice. The only time I really use one is when I do research. The University of Florida, we have to hop on that VPN to access any articles or anything. So that's really the only time I really use it.
What a flex. When I do research for the University of Florida, you know.
Well, I'm a PhD student, so it's not for them. It's for me, but yeah.
Yeah. Well, they're another flex. PhD.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
So that was your second humble brag.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was a humble brag. I didn't know that. I'm sorry.
We should get Kat for the rest of the AMA. Kathy's just gonna. We'll do it this way. Hold on 1 second. All right, so PhD, and then the rest of us will just be over here, just doing.
I mean, I'm not going to argue with that.
Robert, what's your favorite music instrument? We're definitely hanging out now.
I've got my Nintendo guitar that I built. I built an electric guitar inside of a old Nintendo. Which is my absolute favorite.
Do you have it? Can you put it on camera? That sounds outrageous.
I'll go grab it? Yeah, I'll go grab it.
All right, I love it. So while he's doing that, any other musicians on the wait? Do you play?
I took banjo lessons for several years. So, where I lived in California was there's only one paved road. Look at that! How do you compete with that? That is
crap. That is
great.
Wow.
You have to turn. Can you turn off your background? I don't know.
Yeah. Hang on. Let me kill the screen so you can see. I'm in the shop anyway, so.
Yeah, banjo.
Cool.
Banjo, yeah.
I
I took banjo lessons. I know how to play the banjo softly. I'm not musically talented. That's my wife's side of my life. She's very musically talented.
I play the guitar. I play it awful. I'm terrible. Kathy, you got any musical chops?
Yeah, I play the guitar a little bit. That was part of my talk. I only play 6 or 7 chords, and 6, 7. And I like to sing. I'm not saying that I'm the greatest singer, but I like to sing. But yeah.
All right. Hey, there is an open mic night at Simply CyberCon 2026. Come on down. All right, so let's look at this Nintendo.
That is so awesome.
Dude, that is insane, Robert.
Oh my God. He would love that.
I didn't know how to build guitars either, and I followed some luthiers online, and I was like, "Oh, that doesn't seem too hard. I wonder if I can put it inside a Nintendo." It's got that. You can see all the pictures.
What?
Bro, that is the coolest thing. You should make a post on LinkedIn about that, just so I can
Dude, did you make a video of you making it? That's awesome.
I should really record the stuff that I make. I record everything else with my technical stuff, but yeah, the funniest thing is when I do mentor sessions, I'm working on a prop, I'm building Rocky. You can see like all my shop stuff and like all the blasters on the wall and different things.
I love it. I love it. James, have you got musical chops?
No, I can't even hold a note. So yeah, no, my kids have, and my wife have all the singing and musical ability. I love musical theater. That's about as good as it gets. So
I love it. Roswell UK wants to know everyone's classic arcade game. So this is an AMA. If you have career questions, ask them. We will answer them. But in the interim, we will
We're
answer
off the
any
rails.
questions. Favorite classic arcade game? I got to tell you really quickly. I've always been drawn to
arcade. Okay.
Elevator action. If there's an elevator action, I'm on it. I love it.
Wow.
I don't even know what that is.
Oh my God, Google it. Google it.
Yeah,
The game's
that's a
sick.
great game.
When I was growing up, we had an Atari, and I played Frogger like every day. And then at the arcade, I played Donkey Kong all the time.
Donkey Kong's a good
Oh, that's
one.
my favorite. I will, if I see it, I'll play it. I love Donkey Kong.
I love it. Wade, what's your favorite arcade cabinet? You're on mute.
I'm trying to Google what its name was.
Okay, no problem.
I was always into the shooting games.
Oh,
Yeah.
what about the duck one?
Not even. I'm
like
going
that
for
one.
like with the giant gun,
on,
and you have
hold
to
on.
press the button. And
Yeah, like the
Operation
big
Wolf.
orange one. I thought that was the duck one.
Operation Wolf is what I was thinking of. too.
Operation
that's
Wolf was the first shooter. Like the
was it?
Yeah,
In the
it had
arcade?
Uzi. It had the Uzi, the sub Uzi.
I
it went
know
into
it's
a-
not Time Splitters, but Time Crisis. That's what it
Time
was.
Crisis.
Maybe.
That was a good
Time
one.
Crisis.
yeah,
I had a
that one.
Time Crisis. So I'm a little bit younger, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, I forget how
But,
young you
You
are
are.
sometimes. Yeah.
I had Time Crisis for PS1.
Wow.
But I did have a NES, all right. But that's like I would say arcade game that I would see at the actual arcade and go play it. That's what I've always wanted to play.
I love it. Drop it in chat what your favorite arcade was. It looks like a lot of people are doing that. Too.
Other-
Galaga, Kimberly can fix it with Mortal Kombat. Wow.
Oh yeah,
Mortal
the
Kombat.
OG Mortal Kombat. Yeah.
I was a
love it.
big Dance Dance Revolutions player for a
Oh,
while.
what? No way.
Yeah.
I totally see that. I totally see that.
That was
we're
such a
doing
fun fact.
Simply Cyber. Are you coming to Simply CyberCon, Wade, or no? I mean, it's hard. It's,
Yeah, probably not. I think I'm doing DeathCon and then I'm going to Japan in November.
Okay.
Oh,
'Cause
fun.
as the director of Simply CyberCon, I can make anything happen, and I might rent a Dance Dance Revolution machine and bring
They don't exist. The company itself doesn't exist anymore.
You can
And
still
there
rent
is a knockoff company that still builds arcade machines, but they're rare. And I'll never see a real Dance Dance Revolution machine or even the game that has it out. Every now and then we'll go to like Dave and Buster's or something, and they'll have like the one that it isn't built. It's like diagonal or has like a different way to do it. And I'm like, I can't do this. This is
Yeah.
be a
Damn it,
prima
no.
donna.
Robert,
on it.
what's your favorite arcade?
I would have to say probably Galaga is right up there with my favorites. I'll have to send you some photos of my office, Jerry, which is like my whole Nintendo game room, which I have a full standing arcade that I built and a full digital pinball machine that I built.
Of course you do. Why?
How come he can say that and I can't talk about research? He's like, yeah, I built my own arcade. You guys, everybody's fine with that.
James, what's your video game of choice?
Yeah, I'm one of the old ones. So I remember in high school going over to the Kmart and we were playing Karate Champ. And then the day came out and we saw Street Fighter, and that changed it all. So Street Fighter was always a favorite, but Spy Hunter was one of those games that if I saw it, I had to play it. It was always so much fun driving, crashing into cars, firing missiles, all that good stuff. So
I did like Spy Hunter quite a bit.
Spy Hunter was fun. Yeah.
I finally see a
wait.
question. I see a question.
Oh, good.
I'm a
Elevator action too.
This
Go ahead,
will-
Kathy. Read it out.
I'm about to graduate college and enroll for a master's program immediately. What college would you recommend? I would love to be a red teamer.
Oh man, I mean, Jerry, do you want me to kind of start
Go
with
ahead,
that?
Robert, go ahead.
Keep in mind, a red team role is a very difficult job to kind of obtain because not all companies have a dedicated red team. It's kind of a luxury item for companies. So
Oh, thank you.
I would say whatever college is the least expensive, and because the degree is not going to be what kind of changes your path. It's going to be the relationships that you make at college and the relationships you make in cyber that might get you that opportunity. I've been a red teamer. It took me about a decade to get into that role, and I did every other job beforehand because being a red teamer, and I was a red teamer at Disney. There you go. I'll flex a little. So like it's a very hard career choice, and it's a lot of life dedication, and it's not one of those jobs that's for the faint of heart. Same with blue teaming too, and I'm sure you can talk a little bit about that. Oh, Wade.
Yeah, go ahead, Wade. You got a comment on this one? You're on mute, bud.
You're still muted.
You muted yourself.
Looks
So
like
now-
he's really
Yeah,
into
that's
it.
because I was looking up elevator whatever on trying to figure out elevator action. I'm always reluctant with master's degrees. I got mine purely to get a pay raise. That was the only reason. I went to Georgia Tech. It was only 10 grand. And that I purposely found one that was cheap. Right.
Yeah.
My big thing is like if you have the time and you have the money, go for it. Just go, like, very much get the cheap one. Go somewhere that's going to allow you to do it, or go somewhere local where you'll actually meet people. That's the bigger one. Make the connections that you did. My master's degree program, I've met a couple people that I still talk to on LinkedIn, but it's very much like here and there. And it's literally just for the paper, just for the flex. So when I negotiate with an HR, they'll give me more money.
Yep.
And did you have your company pay for that master's degree for you?
I negotiated it into my pay.
Okay.
That is a very good, like, I had one company who offered me they would pay for me if I got A's. Then another company was like, hey, we'll just add whatever that is to your pay. And I'm like, oh, well, that's where I'm going to work now. Yeah.
There you go. Yep.
I love it. Nice. All right. So hopefully that helps you on your journey. It's not just about the degree. It's about the relationships. It's about the cost, right? If you can get your employer to pay for it, that's always good.
That's always good.
Kyle, who, by the way, was in the audience for Kathy Chambers' talk and
He
gave
gave
a
a
talk
talk.
What was
himself.
I?
His talk was really good.
Yeah, exactly. I saw a screen cap. I think Daniel Lowry did a pano
Did
of
a pan,
Kyle's talk. He wants to know what non-IT cyber job experience still benefits you today. Ooh, that's a good question.
Yeah.
I got it.
I-
Go ahead, James. You want to go first?
Yeah, it's got to be the 6 years I worked professionally in theater, project management. I wasn't even the performer. I was more technical. I was the guy behind this, behind the curtain. But all my years of working in stage management, project management, that was key. And even now working as a VC, so that is helping out tremendously. Communication skills, project management skills. Heck, even working at McDonald's, I didn't do that, but working at McDonald's, the life skills can certainly help you later on in life. But yeah, my 6 years in theater, good times.
That explains a lot now.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
Robert,
sales.
I love this question, by the way.
This is a
Yeah,
great
sales was really huge for me because learning how to sell things allows you to learn how to sell yourself and how to sell your ideas. And that was one of the things I think that was a big differentiator. And then, like James said, communication is so critical in cyber. I've met engineers who are at a technical 10, but a communication 4, which put them at a 4. Like, if you can't communicate what you're trying to do, your technical skills don't really matter. And it's the quickest way to kind of have people lose focus is by talking over their head. So communication in sales was really, really critical, I think, to my growth.
Kathy, what do you got?
Well, I'm not in IT, but I will say that project management for sure. I'm going to just say what James said is super helpful. Everything I know about IT and cyber, project management plays into like all of it. Whether you're in project management or not, like part of your job is project management. I definitely say that. I also want to say that if you are trying to get into cyber or IT, maybe find one of those kind of jobs at a company. I'll use myself for an example. Like when I worked for Anti-Siphon at Black Hills, I was in project management, but at any point, if I would have studied cyber and wanted to be in it, I was already at the company, right? So maybe look for those jobs within the company that aren't cyber or IT, but that you could transfer over because you know everyone there. So
Wade, what's
Bad advice.
skill you brought with you?
Yeah, there's three things I can always talk about. It's like this crazy small town I grew up in, cyber, and then working at In-N-Out, right? So working at In-N-Out's the key one for me. I worked there for 7 years.
Wow.
I've never had a day that was as hard as In-N-Out in cyber. In-N-Out was
No.
that much harder.
Wow.
Not because it was both physical. It was physical
Mhm.
and mental. That's the
Wow.
thing while working there. And plus, you have to have a smile on your face all the time. So it's more of like relating a job that you've had to a career that you want is the big thing, right? And
Customer
for me,
service.
working at In-N-Out made me think about quality, made me know about teamwork, about communication. I actually noticed a clear dip in my vocabulary after I went from In-N-Out to IT because I was talking to people less.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah.
Interesting.
Interesting.
And if I may, because share my. So some of you know this, some of you do not. When I graduated with my computer science degree, my bachelor's, I was a complete idiot. Like I didn't know, like no one, this didn't exist in the 90s. Okay. So I just thought, I swear to God, I thought you graduate with a computer science degree and you just like step outside and they hand you your job and you're like, I make 17 now. Yay. Right. Like .com boom was going. I got a computer science degree. I'm the bee's knees. And in reality, that is not the case at all whatsoever. And I ended up having to go work construction, and I was a mason tender, and which basically is the grunt who carries 100 pounds of bricks, like literally 50 in each arm, between the truck and the job site. And you repeat until the entire pallet of bricks has been moved. And then you mix cement or you use a rope to like basically bring the
I
bricks.
love all the hand motions.
Oh my God, dude. So, what experience did it, how did it benefit me today? I'll tell you the experience. I was like, I do not want to work this job. This job is miserable. I've got to get the job I want. And I was hyper motivated and I never want to go back to that because it was brutal. Now I will say that I got shredded, which was awesome because I was basically working out like 9 hours a day, unbelievably. And when this is a quick story. When I first met my wife, the first date I ever took her on, I invited her over my house. I was going to make her dinner and I started a grease fire right before she walked in. So like my house was like, well, my apartment was full of smoke and I had taken my shirt off and I was fanning it. And she walked in and she was like, oh my God. Cause I was just like ripped. And she's like, you're like a nerd. Like, how are you like that? And then she married me.
gosh.
She married me. So that's
awesome.
Fun story. All right. We got a couple of minutes. No, spoiler alert, my body is devolved back to nerd. I'm soft now. Okay, I'm super soft. All right. Hey, real quick, we got 1 minute till Daniel's class stream, so we're going to just do a quickie here. For a newbie, I was told that learn networking would help me as a cyber analyst. What would be the best way? And go learn about it. Robert, give us this on our way out.
Yeah, there's a ton of things. There's a lot of great YouTube videos. Jerry's done videos on networking, Ginger Hacker Initiative or Ginger Hacker on YouTube, and just learning the basics of, all of the different layers of networking. You'll use that in most of your investigations. I mean, I can tell you as a blue teamer for a long time, that was it's a pretty common thing. So just learn the basics and then practice, build some stuff at home and build a home lab and kind of play and tinker.
I love it. All right. Oh, I guess Wade dropped. I looked down for a second and we had to get the hell out of here. All right. Well, thank you.
It's 10 o'clock. Yep.
Well, this is why we did the round robin at the mid roll, just to make sure everybody got stuff. Really quick, I want to share with everyone because this is an unusual thing. Today at 2 p.m., there was a request from the community. I do these quarterly, but I've missed the last quarters. I'm going to do essentially like a town hall or a state of Simply Cyber. It's a very much a transparency meeting to tell you what we've been working on, what you can expect in 2026. I take feedback from the community. I'm all about helping everyone, and I want to make sure that what we're doing is aligned with helping people the best we can, and that you guys are aware of all the opportunities, because I forget to tell people about stuff all the time. So come by for that. You can go to Simply Cyber YouTube channel and see it's happening later today at 2 p.m. All right, we got Daniel Lowry IRL, our friend Daniel Lowry, who does a stream. So if you have questions that didn't get answered, come on over to Daniel's stream. There he is.
There he is.
Got to mute him. Go over to Daniel's stream right now. I'm going to drop a link. I want to say thank you to Wade, who had to get out of here. Thank you to Kathy. Well, it looks like Robert had to get out of here as well. So thank you to Robert. What's his name? Cyber Bowtie security guy, Kathy Chambers, PhD candidate and extraordinaire from Kathy Chambers Media. James McQuiggan at 35,000 feet, who's at a conference near you soon. I'm Jerry, your chat. Until next time, y'all. Thank you so much and stay secure.
Bye.